How much?
$5.
Okay, that's okay. We've reached new levels of cheap.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I actually get excited about that all the time. Like I'm sure everybody here's like followed Michio Kaku's career and some of the like stuff that he talked about, like the universe and the nut sheets, and how he talked about how here in the very, very near future, integrated circuits are just going to be, far less than the cost of a penny, just the same thing as like paper is to us now, and like that is the truth. In the near future, everything's going to be smart in one form or fashion or another because it's so cheap not to do it, or like it's so cheap already. Why not do it? And everything will just become a little bit more intelligent over time. And anyways, how's everybody doing this Monday? Fantastic Meta Monday. We did just get that YouTube video dropped a little while ago. I hope everybody's had a chance to go watch it. Please interact with these videos that will be coming out and releasing. Uh, I did want to touch base on the videos that we released real quick. The idea behind YouTube marketing and advertisement is definitely permanence. We're hitting the scene hard with videos right out of the gate. New video every single day because we want to establish a brand, an image, and something for people to go back and reference and share with their friends and their family, and to try to get an idea of the project itself. Of course, we're still going to go with other mediums of advertisement, banner ads, feature charts, influencer posts. Anything the community can think of, we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing like cameo shout outs and stuff like that.
Are we?
Can I suggest a few things for that,
Yeah,
if you don't mind?
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Also, look at there's a lot of TikTok influencers for crypto right now as well. So TikTok might be a really good place. And if any community members have a decent amount of following, maybe you can also do like, I don't know, $20 worth of tokens giveaway, uh,
Well,
or some
yeah,
sort.
that's perfect. So then, now that you reference it like that, absolutely. When it comes to platforms like TikTok, I'm an old man. I'm 32. I don't know too much about it. We have marketing people on our team that are definitely going to be helping us. But if you, the community members, if you know like specific followers that seem like a good fit for us or something like that, send those suggestions in. Either just put them in main chat or you can DM any of us team members. We're definitely going to listen to those things because if you guys like them, that's who we're going to pursue. We're definitely going to go after those people. We believe in our community. We know you guys want your investments to do well. If your investment does well, the project does well. So, um, if you yourself have a lot of followers and maybe you want to participate in something like that, uh, we prefer to do the BUSD giveaways. Either the founders will pay for it ourselves or we'll take it out of like the marketing wallet. But it's not that we don't like to do the meta coin giveaways. Those are great, but we think the BUSD is just a little bit more attractive to the general audience.
Yeah, that's true.
Also,
So
I know TikTok changed some of their policies. I don't know when. It wasn't too long ago, but a lot of the paid influencers got kicked off. Got banned off of TikTok. Now, that being said, I do know that one of the guys we have on our team does have a TikTok and knows more people kind of in that space.
Oh, that's right.
So
Daryl said he does TikTok, right?
yes, Daryl does.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah, so we do have a TikTok insider. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not the marketing guy. That's Henry's in charge of all that stuff. So,
Yeah, I
uh,
looked into TikTok fairly early because I know there for a while it was huge, but a lot of the paid people got kicked off. A lot of the bigger paid people, I guess I should say, because I know there's still some flying under the radar because I've talked to them.
yeah, one of the reasons I suggested the giveaway option as well is because we've had, like, I've been part of the marketing team for one of the projects before. I left because of internal drama and whatnot. There was too much drama. It wasn't for me, so I just like I just stepped out. Um, but the one of the tactics they used was this was during the pre-sale stages. So they did whitelist giveaways, but they got a few not influencers, but people in the crypto community who are popular in different communities, right? So I've got okay amount of following in like a SafeMoon community, and we ended up getting someone from Shiba and whatnot, and we all did whitelist giveaways, and we would send the address to the team members of whoever won the whitelist, and we did like a proper. The randomizer. We had to post the randomizer video to show it's legit. We didn't just handpick anything. So that I remember that worked out really really good for their pre-sale, and the thing sold out in like 3 minutes, 1,500 BNB worth. So that was that was something might be a good idea to do. I know
And
we passed the
and just
pre-sales,
for
but just a
And just
giveaway.
for quick reference on that, real quick, we do have Sweep widget, and we have been running like different giveaways with that, and we did our Twitter giveaways, and we did also do the randomizer for those as well. Just in case anybody was wondering, Henry handles that, but he did do a randomizer of some sort to actually pick those winners, so we're not just picking them out of a hat either. That is important. We probably should have done some type of like video or something just to show how we do that, but I didn't even think about that. But that is important to reference to anybody who's listening. Whenever we do our giveaways, it is completely random. Um, in fact, the very first person that won the giveaway was like immediately flooding the project. But
Yeah, that's true. That was kind of a bummer.
that was kind of a bummer.
He
Any
took our 50 BUSD and started hating on us.
straight up. Anyways,
Uh, oh, Sorry, one
uh,
more thing I was going to ask was about the audit. Has the audit been done on the contract?
so what we did is we've done like available quick contract audits that are just like your typical free, hey, does this contract work? And is it a functioning contract? And is it just like your general level of safe? We have done those audits. All of those have came back good. I've posted those. Our token sniffer reviews and stuff like that. Those have all been posted and pinned inside the different chats. All the like I said, everything came back okay. The only thing that token sniffers actually like pointed out at all was the fact that the contract itself is not renounced, and that the the sales tax is above 10%. So anytime like the sales tax is above 10%, you'll usually get like a little a warning mark on that on one form or another. But I think the community and the general outside community as well, seeing that the tax is 12%, especially in the market that we're in right now, with everybody doing these crazy high taxes, I don't think that's going to be anything negative towards the project long term. That being said, we are working through picking a like level 2 audit. And what I mean by that is that's a full project audit. It'll go through the entire contract, it'll go through the team, it'll go through the like marketing plans, the economy at scale, and stuff like that, and do a full project audit review. That is going to take us a few weeks to get done for two reasons. A, the cost behind the audit itself. We have to balance paying for our ongoing marketing to continue to make sure that we're gaining traction, as well with spending those expenses on stuff like that. We know that it's important to the community. We know that it's important to new investors, so it is like at the top of our list. It's just balancing when we can pull the trigger to go ahead and purchase that audit, and also continue to purchase all the marketing that we need as well. As far as the actual audit company that we will be using, I do not have a final answer for that. I'm just kind of getting rates and getting reviews right now between the different audit companies. I know personally, I am a fan of Desert Finance. That being said, we do have a team member who has connections to oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad right now because I can't remember the name of it. It's in my DMs. I would have to check. We do actually have like an onboard influencer who is a partner in a different project that does offer audits and can give us a discount on that. So we might end up going that route with them. That being said, whenever I had thought about it before and I looked at pricing before launch and everything, Desert Finance looked really appealing to me. Again, open to community suggestions. So if somebody has a suggestion that they'd like to make on what we could do in the meantime for a better audit, or the company that they'd like to see us go with, more than happy to field those suggestions.
My guess is Certic would probably be the most expensive since they got the name out there, right? But I'm not too sure about TechRate. You might be able to check out TechRate. I'm not sure on the prices
We
though.
have a tech rate audit now. Like that's the one that we did first, the initial free tech rate audit. We put that out now, and then like I'm in conversations with them about getting the secondary audit. My
Yeah,
thought behind that was that if you're gonna pay money for an audit, you might want to just step it up a level above that. Because tech rate's actually really cheap. I could go ahead
yeah,
and get the tech rate audit right now. That's actually only $1,200 for their full audit. But I would think that if you just spent a little bit more, like went with Desert Finance and spent like I think they're around $2,200 to $2,500. I think that audit is just generally more appealing for the overall market versus the tech rate audit, if that makes sense.
yeah. Got it. One more suggestions, and then I'll leave others to ask the questions. Um, YouTuber Crypto Zeus, he does have a lot of big buyers that actually follow him, so he might
Hey,
be
I
one of the.
follow Crypto Zeus. Okay, he's on the top of my list. Okay,
Yes, right. That's it from me for now. Then
So
I'll
I
give others.
know to talk about Crypto Zeus. I know he's very picky with his videos. I know he doesn't do. I don't think he really does new launch videos. Like newly launched until he's completely vetted them and he's comfortable. But we've talked about it. But right now, it's trying to get him to talk back with us. So once we get a little bit more established and we can show, we're here to stay, uh, we'll definitely be pursuing that because I do like Crypto Zeus also.
Yeah, I was looking at the website, but I was looking for the white paper. Do we have a white paper yet or not? I couldn't
we
find it.
do. We do. I haven't had it published. Like we passed it around the community about a week and a half ago when things got
Yeah.
crazy. Like I had already had like the light paper version done. We kind of put it out in the community, got some edits and suggestions from people,
Hmm.
and we have like a second draft within the team right now. I believe Luca. He does a lot of our like uh, actual article medium stuff and publishing those things and getting like our CoinGecko listings taken care of. He is what he does for actual like living. So he is working on refining that white paper before we actually publish it. But it
Yeah.
is or it has already been created. We passed it around the community early on, and then all that crazy launch stuff happened. And I'm so sorry, everybody, but I got so sidetracked dealing with just those things that I put everything else on hold. Which brings me
That's
to
fair.
my next point, actually. The rewards tracking web portal is very close to finish. Okay, that is my top priority right now. I actually stayed up extremely late last night working on it. Worked on it a lot during the day to day. The community put out some really great suggestions earlier about doing a calculator that would allow you to plug in like different volume rates so you could see what your bag would pay off like per volume. And I've seen those for like the reflections for SafeMoon and stuff, and I had not actually seen one for a BUSD reward calculator. And somebody else pointed another one out that it does exist. So that being said, we will be adding that as well. That's not going to happen on the same release. I'm just going to put it. Sorry, I'm just going to put out the regular reward viewer, and then after that, I will put out a calculator as well. But yes, the reward viewer will be out shortly. I'm going to say probably another 2 days, maybe one. But I'm just going to stealth launch that, and then I'll post it when everybody can go use it.
Got it. Is there any future partnerships in plans?
Yeah, sorry, absolutely. That's something that we've been pretty transparent about from the very beginning. we are already in talks with different projects behind the scenes, not just in the crypto space itself, but within other spaces. We work with other VR teams and general projects, marketplaces. But right now, I don't have anything set in stone that I can necessarily. As far as in the crypto space, there's one project that we will more than likely end up working together with pretty strongly. Um, Again, not ready to make that announcement yet. There's another project that I want to work with that I have just now started to communicate with, and what'll happen is I'll play that really loosely until we're ready to give them some hard demos on some of our technology, because I don't want to start negotiating too early, if that makes sense.
Yeah, got it.
Now the other project that we're going to be working with, that's a little bit of a closer personal relationship that some of our team members have between projects. We know these people; they've been long-standing developers in the crypto space, very well known project, great NFTs, and we have ability to offer them services that they're not going to be able to provide anytime soon, and it'll end up being a really good deal for everybody involved. I'll say that much. But we're not going to be able to do this alone. This is something that we we believe that we don't need to take over an entire space itself. We just need to build and develop products that everybody can use. And with that, we'll be able to onboard more and more users into our ecosystem. Um, the idea is that we provide a marketplace and they bring in the volume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so, something else I wanted to touch base on. We're kind of like in the middle of doing a little bit of restructuring, and I think what we're going to try to go with, obviously not right now, but by next week, I think we're going to try to have a little bit more organized, like Meta Monday AMA. And every day we'll still do a voice chat, and the voice chat will just kind of be like a time to hang out and give you the day-to-day updates. And then on Mondays, we're going to try to give you like a little bit of a like week to 2 week timeline and roadmap. And that way we can deliver on like, hey, these are the goals that we had that we wanted to accomplish over these next 2 weeks. This is where we're at with our goals currently. These are the ones that we've hit and we've made. Um, that's something that I think that would provide a level of transparency, and then we can also focus on hyping up something for those Monday AMAs and having that ready to release like by the time the AMA is over. And then that could be a good strong reference point for anybody who's joining the community during that time period, during that 1 week. Hey, this is what they're currently working on and doing. This is what they've accomplished so far, and kind of go with that. We're gonna, of course, keep the daily responses, keep the daily interactions with everybody, but just trying to deliver a little bit more structure to it. That way, we also know, like, for the team side of things, what our talking points are, what message we want to deliver, and how we want to shape the conversation. I think that'll help with the new investors that are coming on board. So everybody who's here now pretty much still has a close like relationship with the team already. So you know what we're doing, you know what we're about. But the people that will be coming on, they'll just it'll be a quick interaction for them, and they probably won't end up spending as much time as a lot of you have. Is there any questions about our immediate marketing plans? I actually have one myself. Nick, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
What two videos are coming out tomorrow?
From the way it sounded, Daryl's should come out tomorrow. I think he said he was going to work on it today and try to publish tomorrow. And then Crypto Bull should be coming out tomorrow.
Okay, cool. All right, so everybody who's listening right now, Daryl is a official partner, so he'll continue to always be making content for us. So is Crypto Pandas, who you saw earlier. Crypto Bull is just somebody that we personally like, so we just paid for a video for. And whenever he releases his video, please go show that guy some love. Um, I like his videos. They're very quick. They're very simple. I'm not sure where he's from, but I like his accent. It's very, I don't know. I like it. So whenever that video comes out, everybody please show that man some love. I like his channel. It's a pretty small channel, but I'd love to see his channel blow a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, for the
I've
price,
actually,
he's very good at what he's doing.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think so too.
I just recently started my channel as well. I don't have a massive audience. I only started about 2 weeks ago. Um, and I was looking for projects that I will be making videos on, especially new ones. And I came across you guys. I don't even know where I came across you. I think, oh no, I watched a YouTube video actually. That's how, by Crypto Panda, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I watched his video and I was just like, oh, let me check them out. So that's how I ended up here, basically.
Oh,
So
very cool. See,
so it
proof
might
it
be
works.
something. Yeah,
Proof
however,
it
it might be
works.
something. It might be. I'll probably make a video on it. I don't like just for content, as well as something I was looking into invest. So it'd be good.
Very cool, very cool. Hey, and you never know. That's for a lot of the YouTubers, just from just my own personal experience that I've had in this field. For a lot of YouTubers, that's kind of how it works. If they can pick out a good personal investment, make a content related video behind that, and then that project just happens to do good. Next thing you know, their channel's doing good because they had early release videos of it, and
Exactly.
that's just how it rolls.
Yeah, I
Yeah, if
have.
you want
I
to,
actually have.
if you do make a video, make sure you let us know because the
We'll
community
promote
we
it.
have here has actually followed us from
Yeah.
like other communities. So we have a
Yeah.
pretty loyal group here, and I mean, we'll do everything we can to share your video around and give it some love and try to
Oh,
help
for
you out
sure.
as well.
Oh, thanks, guys. But yeah, I do have a because I recently made a video about IVC, and look, as I said, I only started 2 weeks ago, so I have about like 21 subs, but I get about 300 plus views, 2 to 300 views on average on my past two videos anyway. So I was just gonna, find more content, find more good projects that are like, underappreciated at the moment, and I kind of want to make videos on those as well. And that's that's basically how I came across you guys because I was doing some research.
Well, very cool. I'm definitely glad you're here. I know something that because we had a little bit of an actual bumpy launch itself as far as getting our contract out and getting everybody rolling on trading. And again, everybody, I apologize about that. That being said, I think that kind of scuffed the image of the launch itself. But again, I want to reference that we accomplished a really cool and unique thing here with our token launch. A true community project. Nobody came out of that pre-sale holding a significant larger bag than anybody else. We all bought at the exact same price. 100% of the liquidity went to, or 100% of the BNB collected went directly into liquidity, um, establishing
What
an extremely stable floor that would allow for extreme trading and everybody to retain their value. That in
what
itself
was
is
the
something that
max? Sorry, what was
so
the max buy on the pre-sale?
the max buy on the presale was actually for like the friends and family wallet. So what happened was a perfect explanation of how the presale worked was that there were a group of people that were already within our community that was a sole meta community. They all came here directly for us, and those individuals, a lot of them came from an old project that some of the founders were attached to.
Yeah.
Those individuals and our friends and our actual personal relatives were all allowed to buy 2 trillion tokens, which was 1.9 BNB, or sorry, 1.8 BNB.
Yeah,
And then,
1.8.
yeah, 1.8. And then um, we opened it up to a larger community whenever Mobile Trades got his Discord involved with our Discord. Me and him talk a lot behind the scenes. We've talked for a while now, and we enjoy each other. So we kind of just did like an unofficial partnership, and we allowed his community to step in and buy in the pre-sale as well. And we opened that up to a overall larger semi-public area, and that was the general pre-sale wallet was 0.9 BNB, 1 trillion tokens.
Yeah.
So that's, but everybody got the same price. It was just about how large their bag itself was. And then out of that pre-sale, whenever we actually launched, there was only 3 wallets that came out of that pre-sale that were larger than 2 trillion tokens. 2 of those wallets were 3 trillion tokens apiece. Those are the founders' wallets. That's my wallet, and that's Nick's wallet. And
So
then
do you
the
have
other, sorry, what is it?
sorry, do you have like a agreement or of some sort that the founders won't, like sell for a certain amount of time or anything like that?
That's me and Chris, MetaCaptain there, and we
We
both
will,
have 3 trillion from our founders' wallets that we're never touching.
and we will never sell.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
and we've paid
that's
and we've paid for all marketing and project expenses out of pocket so far.
Yeah,
So
up to this point.
the marketing wallet itself, like all the YouTube videos and stuff that we've paid for, that's just been out of pocket. And our marketing wallet is attached to the contract. That'll start getting used probably next week.
And another
yeah.
thing, but in quickly, just another thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
They have no reason, because the bag is 3 trillion. Like, they have no reason to sell because there's heaps of rewards. So
Correct.
it's
Yeah,
more than
that's
less
the
than
whole
for them
plan.
to sell. I
That's
wouldn't sell
yeah.
if I had 3 trillion.
Correct. That's the whole idea. Is we set our bags at a size that would allow us, after we get a little bit more volume, to never even consider touching the bags ever at any point, and we never will. And then there was one. I do want to point out 2 other things real quick to the entire community while we're here. There was one other bag that had slightly over 2 trillion. He had 2.25 trillion, and that was just a community member who had already sent me 2 BNB by accident, and we worked it out. I know the guy. He's never going to sell. He's a holder for life. So he got 2.25 trillion on that pre-sale. And then the one other thing I wanted to point out is we do have a very zealous community member who who has been making purchases left and right. He actually went to test the buy limit that I had in place just to make sure that I had my math right. Not the purchase limit, but the hold limit. And the hold limit on the contract was 1%, or so I thought. I accidentally had it at 10%. So he actually was able to purchase at just slightly over 1%. So he actually holds right now 5.2 trillion tokens. He's purchased all those on the public market, of course. That wasn't pre-sale. He's bought those himself. He's just a really happy camper with the project, I guess. So he's been making these purchases, and I love the guy. That's great. That being said, he did DM me before he was going to make that purchase because I asked him to. I could tell by the way he was talking in chat that it was probably him that was making these buys. So I DM'd him and I said, "Hey man, you're at 4.8 trillion right now. Are you going to go to the 5?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm going to try to later." I was like, "I want to make sure my limit's working. Let me know when you do it." He did it. The limit did not stop him. I then checked and I found out that my limit was set wrong. So I was left with the option what to do. So what I did right now immediately is I lowered the limit as far as I could with keeping it openly fair to everybody involved. And what I decided to do is the limit currently right now today, at this very second, is set to 2%. I'm not allowed to set it to a 0.5%. I can't set it to like 1.5%. It's set to 2%, and the reason why is that gentleman is already over the 1%. So my only options would be to either give him an exemption and let him purchase as much as he wants and block everybody else at 1%, or block everybody at 2%. So I went with the decision to just block everybody at 2%, and if his wallet slips below 1%, then I'll lower that down to 1%. But outside of that, I felt like that was the best and most fair option for everybody involved. Because if there was another individual who did want to purchase up to match that individual, it gets funny in the crypto market. There's like whale stuff, whale competitions. I've seen it all. So you never know. There might be a buying war at some point between a couple individuals, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody had the same fair opportunity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure thing. The reason for my question was the whale dominance. I just wanted to know how much whale dominance we would have
We will
in the
we will
future.
never have over that. I
Over
was actually trying to keep it at 1%, but like I said, the things happened the way they did. For a quick explanation on that is, again, you have to count in the decimal points, and whenever I set up the contract, I guess I read all my decimal points wrong because you don't actually punch the decimal in; it just already accounts for it in the smart contract. So whenever you type out like 500 trillion, you have to type out 500 trillion with an additional 18 zeros. So I just got my zeros wrong whenever I counted them out, and I was off percentages by like a single digit. And that's how that happened. But it's fixed now. It's locked at 2% currently. I did go ahead and test that to make sure that that's the case. It is the case.
Yeah, I guess sounds good.
Yeah, and for instance, I think that's actually still a good number. And it'll be a lot harder to get to that number very, very soon. It's already a lot harder to get to those numbers than it was when we first launched. So that's
You're talking about 5 or 10 trillion tokens, right? Or 5 trillion? No, 10 trillion.
yeah, 10 trillion is 2%. 10 trillion tokens is 2%, and that would cost you like, I guess, $10,000 right now. Somewhere around there. It costs you $10 or $11,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a community on Discord as well. It's more to do with education, but I also find pre-sales for them. I'm just kind of annoyed I didn't find you guys during the pre-sale stage, but
You know, and to be
we-
honest with you, we actually did that on purpose. Like, we kept all of our communities private
Yes.
because we were just trying to reward the people that had been in there since, the very beginning and been through. Because we, as a community, as the base meta community, we've actually been through a lot together. Like the original small community that we had, the last project that we were attached to. Had a lot of issues. There were a lot of trust problems, the questionable decisions from the dev team and stuff like that. That led to a close community of broken people. Is the way that I would almost put it. So we originally had the intention to try to keep it as small as possible, lean on each other, and build a really rock solid foundation. And I think we did a really great job with that. And whenever I was talking to Chris from Mobile Trades, I think his community coming on board was just a really good fit. I love that community. I actually hang out in their Discord all the time and just like watch these guys talk to each other. They treat each other really well, help each other out, and it was just a good fit. So overall, I think we made some really good decisions there, and I think where our floor is and our community base being so strong is going to really help us stabilize and grow over time. Hopefully, the new people that come in, they do come to our Discord, they check us out, they hang out with us for a little while, and they'll get the same feeling that a lot of us have, and it'll help keep it a good, chill, stable project for a long time. That's what the hope is, at least. That's what the desire is.
yeah, for sure. We've had a pre-sale. Um, and my community, just few of our members, we ended up putting, because the max buy limit was 20 BNB. So all up, my community, about 15 to 20 people. In my community, I got more than 100, but 15 to 20 people who got into that pre-sale, we put over 100 BNB, and I was just like, what the hell? And so it would, but that token, we're not really, we don't really sell. We're not like dumpers or anything. But we bought it, and this token we bought, it has vesting period. So we've got our initial 20% that we're holding, and then we get 2% every week onwards until we get paid the full 100% of what we bought. So we don't have issues with that whatsoever. So that's why I was kind of like, because they were asking me, is there another good project that, so I've been doing my research for them and whatnot. But for like, that's why I was just like a bit mad because I didn't come across you guys earlier. But no, that's fine. As you said, you kept it private, so.
Yeah, and again, that's like what the point of that topic was, that this really was an extremely unique launch. Nobody within this community has ever participated in one that was quite the same, and will probably never participate in another one that's quite the same. And I don't just mean all the bumps we hit. I mean the actual procedures that we took, how we handled it. There was a lot of risk involved within the community. Everybody just decided to take that leap of faith and just send me the BNB, and it worked out for everybody involved. and I'm really happy it did. Thank you guys for trusting me, and there's no reason ever not to. I will always put my investors' money first and foremost. That's something I take like deadly seriously. You don't play around with people's money. It's hard earned. I know that I've had to work and earn every dollar that I've ever made. So I take my money very seriously, and I would expect anybody who is handling my money to take it very seriously as well. So that's what I do. Is
Yeah,
there?
no, I do like the community and transparency from you guys, though.
Thank you. Is there any questions that anybody else has? All right. Well, I wanted to let everybody. Sorry, what was that?
I'm saying when the guy's silent, everyone just low key thinking about a question.
Um, so I did want to make a point real quick about the NFTs. We will be having a developer meeting a little bit later on this evening just to touch base on the NFTs and kind of get all that reorganized and see exactly where we are. See if we can put out some teaser art for everybody and see if we can maybe get some like rough timelines out for the community as well. I will be having a in real life meeting with a new team member that we just brought on yesterday, and another VR dev. Again, that'll be tomorrow evening. I don't know if I'll have an update for the community out of that meeting yet, but things are happening, guys. We are putting the pieces together, and work continues nonstop. Again, the web portal for the rewards calculator and viewer will be available very, very shortly. I already have all the JavaScript taken care of. If anybody saw my front end before that I had made for the rewards portal, it's not going to work for the JavaScript that I have, so I'm going to have to redo that. Not a big deal. I'm just going to have to, like, so just so everybody knows, I'm not a web dev at all. I don't do front end work. I don't like it. But I currently do I've been doing all my web development just directly out of WordPress. I'm not going to be able to do that for this integration, so I'm going to have to break out. Like, this explains how old school I am. I'm going to have to break out Dreamweaver, and it's the only thing that I can think of that I have available on like my Linux box to do the HTML code and JavaScript injections. So I'll break out Dreamweaver at some point this evening or tomorrow, and I will get all that compiled and re-uploaded onto the website. And the domain, well, I'll post the domain I'll make it all live, and I'll post the domain inside Discord and Telegram so everybody has it as soon as it's available. But if you're an early community member, then you probably already know where that domain is. We do also, as a project, own MetaBUSDCoin .finance, and that is where we will end up moving the dApp over from. Right now, it's just going to be parked on our web portal for the regular website, but eventually we will move it over to the .finance server whenever we release the swap function. And the reason for that is you have to have like a private server. So that's still getting set up. We're still working on that right now, but we won't need it for the rewards viewer. So you can just do the rewards viewer directly from like a regular Chrome browser or something like that. Anyways, is there any questions that anybody has for the actual like development side of things? What you might expect to see in the near future? Anything like that? Awesome. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, then if I could assign some homework to everybody, we all need to like, follow, retweet, as much as possible with the actual Twitter account for us. We're trying to grow that right now as rapidly as we can. That way, we can reach a larger general audience to the outside world, personally with our own posts, without not just all the influencer stuff that we're doing, but just directly with our own community. As well, we need to be doing more voting. The team will get our link tree updated this evening, I believe, with some additional voting sites. I will, as soon as I get off this phone call, like I said, we'll be having a dev meeting and we will make sure that that is getting taken care of. We did a fantastic job today. We got listed on the Watcher Guru. All of these things do help. Like I started this whole AMA with, the idea behind our YouTube videos is permanence. We want to create the brand image. People will see us, they'll see us once, they'll see us again, they'll see us a third time, and they'll say, hey, maybe I need to start paying attention to this. And the way you do that is you just start slowly but surely adding more and more digital real estate to the market. That way, when people are just on their own, cruising through their own spaces, they just organically see it somehow. It's just, oh, there it is. There it is again. Oh, there it is again. And about the third, fourth time, they pay attention. Then they click on something. And then they buy something. It's just a general, like, human thing. I don't know why humans are like this, but we are. Plenty of people get paid big bucks to figure this out and make it the science that it is. And we all fall for the trick every day at the supermarket. So we know it works. We're rolling it out. We're doing it. We did not expect to see like immediate huge jumps in our charts, but we do expect this to compile and build to a bigger and bigger result over time. All right. If there's not any more questions from anybody, I'm going to pop off here and do a little bit of thinking and get the dev meeting called.
All right. Thanks
All
for
right,
answering
boss
all the.
man. Thank you. Be safe.
All right, guys. Thank you all very, very much. And we will have another voice chat tomorrow. We'll get a time posted in the morning for everybody. And again, if there's any suggestions on advertisement that you want to see or influencers that you want us to reach out to, you can either DM me, Henry, or just post it in the main chat. Let the community talk about it right there and get suggestions from everybody on whether or not it's a good fit or not. And that's kind of how we'll do it for now. Soon, we're going to have a little bit more organization behind how the community is voting. We'll have more options with our NFTs and stuff about how we can handle community votes in governance. But that'll come in time. But that is something that's going to be like on the forefront of the project throughout the entire life of the project. Is how do we keep the community involved? How do we keep them making decisions for the project and keep it growing the way it has been already?
I think there is a bot for Discord where you can connect your wallet and it lets you vote depending on how many, if you own that certain project.
Yeah, there is. They actually just released it not too long ago. You can also now, and I don't know, I haven't looked into this, but I did just read like the press kit for, and I don't know if this is like publicly available yet or not, but it's like the the dev press release kit for Discord shows that you can actually make purchases in crypto on Discord now. So I'm looking into that. I don't know like where that is in process,
Yeah,
but
so the can you hear me? Sorry. Yeah. So I was just checking. So one of the projects that I'm involved in, well, I'm not involved in. I have the NFTs. They use Collabland
yeah,
bot
yeah.
to do their votings and stuff. So maybe something to look into. That's all.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we also have like, and I haven't rolled it out, but I have a pretty robust Hive OS bot that I've been working on in the background too. Just haven't had a chance to focus on that just because I've had so much other stuff going on. Um, there's a lot of things that I've got going on that I don't necessarily tell the entire community about that are directly related to the project. There's things that we're constantly working on, developing Python scripts for CAPTCHA bots and stuff like that, making sure that we're going to be able to engage all the community voting sites at all times, no matter what. Um, it's just it's a whirlwind of things that have to get done. Oh, and then I don't even know if I should say this out loud. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this out loud, but somebody who you wouldn't think, a website that is free to use, free to list on, and a standard in the crypto space tried to shake me down for $1,500 like 2 days ago. Oh man. Um, Yeah, it was so shocking to me. I like this entire space is always money hungry, but in particular, this website was something that I thought nobody ever paid to use or you never paid anything for. And no, yeah, they definitely tried to hit me up for $1,500.
What's a guru?
No, I'll go ahead and say it. It was a BSC scan.
The fuck?
Yeah, BSC scan was like, oh, I see you uploaded your logo. You want that up there overnight? If you want that up there overnight, you give us $1,500. If you don't want it up overnight, we'll get to you in about a couple of days.
Wow.
And I was like, what? It blew my mind. Like it was just really shocking. But I guess they have to make money somehow. But yeah. I don't know. Anyways, it was very interesting. I'd never seen that before. I'd never even heard of it. But I guess that's the case. Like I said, I know how like most of this market works. Like it's it's not as cut and dry as most people like think it is. About every site that you can think of that you're looking to get listed on or that you're looking to get coverage from, yeah, there's always the chance and the opportunity that they'll list you for free as long as all your metrics look good and so on and so forth. But almost every time the conversation starts with, "Oh, if you throw us a whole lot of cash, we'll do it right now. But if you wait, we might do it for free." So it's very interesting. You have to judge all those things, measure those costs, measure the impact that would have versus doing like organic marketing, so on and so forth, and come to those conclusions. Anyways, alrighty, guys. Thank you all very much for giving me your time. I always appreciate it. I'm really glad everybody's here. I'm glad that we got through the launch weekend. We've got big things coming. A lot of marketing's already in place. We will continue to grow that marketing as the days go on. And again, put your suggestions in the chat. I'm happy to hear from you guys. Thank you all very much. I will hear from you, or you'll hear from me again tomorrow. Thank you.